One of the things we touched on just in our back and forth a little bit, and I think you give a great intro about what your business is, and that doesn't quite come through right when you hit the site. So it's a little bit like, is this, I mean, you can kind of see, but it's kind of blurred out. So is this a supplement? Like, is it, what is stress destroying my body, and what is the product going to do? I think you explain it really clear in your words. And so that's something that can come through a little bit more in like, what's the product, what's the benefit, and who's it for? And if this is where you're sending people, how quickly can they get that?
Okay.
Yeah, like that how you just prescribed like 2 to 3 orgasms per week, like that, I feel like should be your headline here, you know?
Yeah. I want it to be safer. I always wanted to kind of elevate the conversation. So we don't use language that would make, scare anyone off. And it's always like, and that's why I did it like this. But we've had so many different headings, and I found that women were like, well, there's nothing on the heading that makes me want to wake up and pay attention. So that's why I wanted to hit on stress first and aging, because women don't realize that stress is the #1 killer of women right now. So due to elevated cortisol levels. So I'm like, okay, let's talk on stress and aging first, because that usually makes them pay attention to everything else. And then when you scroll down, then you'll see more of an explanation of what we do right away.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about that a little bit. Like, do you know how much of your site is the traffic by people on a screen like this, or on a mobile device?
It's mostly on mobile.
Okay, and that's critical. I think that's critical to know. Let me see if I can do that. Let's all look at it from a mobile perspective. So on a mobile, it's a lot of times we get in this space where we're working on our e-commerce properties, and we don't actually look at it much this way. But I think one of the things that jumps out to me is, I think when I first started looking at this, I did think that, I thought it was maybe a skincare product.
Yeah, I know. It's really a really hard industry to be in, like in this new kind of industry that's not really being talked about, because I'm like, how do you position yourself where moms and everyone is not uncomfortable by the talking of it, and it doesn't scare people right when they go. So I don't really want to like burst out with the product, just so that they kind of get that time to read down, because then I show it again right in the next photo. So I'm like, okay, at least I'm telling you right what it is, and then right below that I'm telling you what it's going to do for you. And I'm hoping people will scroll, but most of the information is on the product page, so I know that people usually click the shop page right away. So that's the clickable button that goes right to the shop page.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, my comment was just going to be, I totally want to recognize that it is a really hard balance to strike. And I think just that on that homepage, and then I think we will go through this, just seeing if there are any like really small shifts where it can add a little bit more clarity on the upfront. Like I think Keegan said, your prescription is this to solve for this, just to answer where am I right now?
Yeah.
Maybe even using the word prescription.
Yeah, I liked that idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Something great to test, right? Like the messaging is hard, so there's another reason to test what works here. And even if you just showed a little bit clearer of a video of the product, maybe the wording wouldn't be as confusing.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then somebody just said in the chat, like, using the word prescription is hard.